itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Mesha, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man to go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold?
Difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up. fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did that.
To apologize. It's too late.
When I did it, I was fucked up.
It's too late to apologize.
I was fucked up.
It's too late.
When I did it, I was fucked up. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you? You know you done fucked up.
All right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your daily vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Pink Goddess goes live. Now, I know I said I was maybe going to come back later, honey, but there's breaking news. So apparently, the Jane Doe who filed the lawsuit against Diddy that was wearing the D&G shirt in the video or in the picture, well, she's now being ordered to expose herself and reveal her true identity. So where does this leave Mesha? Okay, LaMesha Fuller, the young lady who's been going around here lying and saying that in fact she was that person. So we're going to get into that. But before we get into it, let's talk about Tisa Tales' lying self. Because I told you guys, Tattletales, if you're in here, don't get mad at the queen, honey, because I'm just speaking the truth. I told you guys I was going to go in on Tisa every time, okay? Every time she's lying, every time she's trying to take the credit or copy my talking points or whatever, I'm going to call her out. And so here is today. Now, ironically, the day that she told this lie, which was just a few minutes ago, the story comes out. You know that this young lady has to reveal herself. Okay, so I want you all to pay attention to something. I'm going to play what she just said on a video just moments ago, and someone sent this to me because y'all are messy and know that the queen is petty. So I'm going to play for you how she's sitting here lying, basically saying that she was the first one to expose that the person in the D&G shirt was not the person in the lawsuit. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention because y'all know darn well I exposed that first. Okay, please pay attention. At least I exposed it before she did. Okay, so let's get into it. Now I'm going to play her audio.
And everything capped down to the smoke screens that Diddy's team has allegedly been throwing out, down to that girl Mesha, which we did report here first, Tattletales, that she could not be the girl in the D&G shirt. I know some of y'all were like, Tisa, she said.
Okay, so y'all heard that, right? She is just a liar who lies. Y'all know we did report that here first, Tattletales. First of all, she got the phrase, you heard it here first from me. I've been saying that, and she copied. But I want you all to see something. I'm going to go to her timestamp. You know, because the timestamp, like I keep telling you guys, it always tells the truth. The timestamp reveals all of the truths. So please pay attention. Now, here are her videos. Y'all see that? Here's the one she did with Mesha. Okay, she did that 9 days ago. All right, she did it 9 days ago. So with that all being said, as a matter of fact, hold on, beloveds. Let me just screenshot this real quick. Okay, so you all can see it up close. But at the end of the day, girl, sit down somewhere. Okay, she copies everything that I do. Okay, literally.
All right. She literally copies everything that I do and then tries to steal the credit. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And yes, I'm being petty today as per usual. Because y'all know I'm Petty LaBelle. All right. Okay, so now I'm sending that um to my email. Luna said, who the hell is in that t-shirt then? This is messy. Well, it certainly isn't Misa. Okay, Misa was telling lies. At the end of the day, I told y'all that. She was not the person in that shirt. Okay, and I don't know how she thought she was going to get away with it. I mean, eventually the truth comes to light, right? Okay, so please pay attention. Now, here is Tisa's timestamp, you guys. Okay, here is her timestamp, but she was not the first person to report this. All right. I don't even think I was the first person to report it. Perhaps. I'm not going to say that I was. See that 9 days ago. All right, please pay attention. Woman claiming to be Diddy, victim exposed. All right, so this is what she always does. But I'm going to make this make even more sense because I'm going to show you something else that she allegedly did to someone else, okay, that they said something about. Now, they didn't call her name, but of course, we all know who the person was talking about. So, with that all being said, now let's go to my video. Let's go to my video. Y'all see that? Diddy case has liars coming out of the woodwork. Okay, what's the timestamp on that? It is from 12 days ago. Okay, please pay attention. It is from 12 days ago. Now, let me just play the excerpt. Please ask yourself why attorney Tyrone Blackburn Esquire, who's handling several of the other cases against Diddy, didn't want to take her case. If all of these things that she's saying are true, don't you think that would be a treasure trove of evidence to use against Diddy? And who wouldn't want to have her as a client? Also ask yourself why Ariel Mitchell dropped her as a client if all of these things that she's saying is true. Okay, Fat Boo says she's over the top. Claudette says exactly. Yes. Red Wine Entertainment says exactly. Okay, but now let's keep listening.
Down there so bad that they had to do constructive surgery and stitch her up there, and that's on the black web. Go look it up. The same girl in the DMG shirt, the same girl on the table. Imagine her. You guys running scared. They got to catch you at the light, and then you put it on the homeboy Shine. He was just trying to put his country of police on. And then what's even worse, you got into the demonic satanic rituals and you stuck a broken champagne glass in my friend's private areas, both holes. And it was broken, sharp-edged glass. Everybody knows if you take a glass and break it and you holding it like this, take a beer bottle. Everybody got a beer bottle.
But I went through the most significant parts. Do you remember me telling you anything about this? No, you don't. Because I didn't tell you anything about this because this wasn't in her lawsuit. Don't you think that all of these salacious, nefarious things that she's alleging now, all of a sudden, don't you think that she would have included these things in her initial lawsuit filing? Also, please ask yourself why attorney Tyrone Blackburn Esquire, who's handling several of the other cases against Diddy, didn't want to take her case. If all of these things that she's saying are true, don't you think that would be a treasure trove of evidence to use against Diddy? And who wouldn't want to have her as a client? Also, ask yourself why Ariel Mitchell dropped her as a client if all of these things that she's saying is true. Okay, Fat Boo says she's over the top. Claudette says exactly. Yes. Red Wine Entertainment says exactly. Okay, but now let's keep listening.
Down there so bad that they had to do constructive surgery and stitch her up there, and that's on the black web. Go look it up. The same girl in the DMG shirt, the same girl on the table. Imagine her mindset, y'all. From 11 years old, she done had a champagne.
Now, please pay attention. She just said that this young girl was 11 years old. That picture that they showed, she said that's the same girl that was in the D&G top. That's a lie. Okay, that's a person who was 17. That's the young lady who sued Diddy and Harv Pierre and said there was a third person and that she didn't know that person's name. And they picked her up from Detroit. Okay, that's who that is. Now she's saying this is the 11-year-old girl. I want you to pay attention. right, so I rest my case. I already told you guys 3 days prior to her even thinking about it that that was not the same person. And just to prove my point further, here is the screenshot of my timestamp in case you couldn't see it. Okay, y'all see that? Y'all see that? 12 days ago, not 9, okay? 12 days ago. All right, so she could sit down somewhere. She's just a liar who lies. Okay, she is just a liar who lies. But hold on, there's more. Okay, because now she's supposedly told some lies on another YouTuber who called her out. Let's get into. And while I'm digging this up, let's have a word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, here we go.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes for your hair at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts, and you can also find it at Walmart.com. Okay, so now I want you all to listen to this and tell me who you think he's talking about, because everybody in his comment section already put the answer. Okay, please pay attention.
High-ranking official in California politics about being intimidated by Diddy after ruling that.
And by the way, this is Tough News TV. Okay, and shout out to him because he puts in work.
His first autopsy results were inconclusive. Combs, who shall rot in prison, has caught wind of this documentary in the works and has tried to contact Kimora several times to test the temperature to see if she is involved. Combs' attempts to reach Kimora has...
Now, let me just say something. He's reading an email that an insider sent him, and they were basically telling him that there's going to be a documentary about Kim Porter, okay? And they say that they were going to reach out to him, you know, for some of his content on the Kim Porter story. But then they say that some other YouTuber was clearly hating, so keep listening.
As he's assuming that she's the main player in putting this documentary together. There is a YouTuber by the name of Blank, and I'm not going to mention this person's name, right? That was talking down about your channel to a rep who contacted her, and she said that you got all of your information from her, but she has been found to be fake, phony, and just a pathetic liar, when clearly your information was out before hers when you look at the dates. So in other words, her information was not taken seriously. Diddy has tried to reach out to Kim's immediate family, but still hasn't gotten a response. I can tell you firsthand that Kimora was a big reason why Diddy hasn't been granted bail. She is the one fanning the flames quietly behind the scenes. If you want to contact me for further information, my contact information is below. You have to set up an appointment through my assistant, and I will make the arrangements to meet in person. Will you do an interview on camera? Many gut-wrenching details will be discussed. This is a serious matter. Take care. All right, so you guys just heard all of that. Now, I had a conversation with this lady, and she basically told me that Kimora is still fearing for her life at this particular point in time, and that has been expressed to the judge in New York, and that is part of the reason, not the only reason, why Diddy has not made bail yet. This is what she told me. But I do want to say this about the YouTuber that is basically sabotaging my channel for whatever reason to this media outlet. Like, I never done anything to this person, never had a conversation with her whatsoever. And I have to be honest, y'all, some of the things that she told this media outlet about me, I started just come on this channel and just crash out. But I decided to keep my class, and I'm not going to do it right now. But you know who you are, and you have one more time to violate me in that way. I'm going to give you grace because you're a sister. But listen, there's no need to talk greasy about me when you don't even know me. I've never said anything about you on my channel. So keep that BS over there. For real. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're a man, it'll be different because the things that you said about me, all right, has me tight. So just take this as your final warning. Because if I hear anything else that you had to say about me, I'm going to expose you from your head all the way down to your chicken feet.
That's tough.
Not down to her chicken feet. Okay, y'all already know who he's talking about, honey. Okay, please. Allegedly. He didn't want to say her name, but I'm pretty sure, and people were putting it all in the comments, okay, that it was Tisa Tales. Because she's just a pathetic liar, like the person sent the email. And she's always trying to take the credit and saying, oh, you heard it here first. I did it here first. First of all, like I said, she got that from me. That's my catchphrase. You heard it here first. And second of all, she's always following up somebody else's story, specifically mine, and then lying and saying she did it first. I just want y'all to pay attention, honey. She is just a liar who lies, and she's going to get called out every time because I'm going to make sure that every time she tells a lie, I call it out if I hear about it. Okay, because I'm just so sick of her. And then someone asked Queen, is she stealing from you? Yes, she's been doing it for over a year. Okay, specifically since the Diddy stuff started. Yeah, she absolutely has been stealing from me. Okay, stealing my talking points. Okay, catchphrases. Okay, just flat out commentary. And again, I'm not talking about us doing trending stories because all YouTubers talk about the same trending topics. I'm not talking about that, but things that are unique to my channel and specifically things that I implement into my channel to make myself different from everyone else. Like I told you guys the other day, I have something that I have called Trivia Fridays that I've been doing for 2 years, over 2 years. And I give out prizes and things like that and ask you guys questions. And then she comes out last Thursday, or not last Thursday, the Thursday before. Okay. Basically talking about something called get ready for a riddle Thursdays. That's what she comes up with. She's like, oh, this is my first time trying it. And just trying to basically say the same things I've been saying, using my spiritual talking points, talking about chakras, but can't even pronounce the word right. Okay. And by the way, in that same video clip that one of you all sent me that I just played, she actually called Harriet Tublin. Okay, that's how you know she's not for the culture, honey. Okay, she is not like us. Okay, she is just the Drake of YouTube. All right, she is the Drake of YouTube. Okay, that's what I'm deeming her. Okay, now Sean Combs' teen accuser must reveal her name. Judge rules. The decision could cause ripple effect in how other judges will handle the 20 plus other anonymous sexual assault cases against Sean Combs. Okay, so a woman who claimed that she was flown as a 17-year-old on a private plane to meet Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs, and was gang raped at his recording studio in 2003 must use her real name in her lawsuit against the mogul. And this is what a judge has ruled. Now, the Jane Doe sued Combs, former Bad Boy CEO Harv Pierre, and a third unknown associate for sexual. She sued Sean Combs and CEO Harv Pierre, or former, and an unknown associate for sexual assault in December of 2023, 1 month after Cassandra Cassie Ventura filed her bombshell sexual abuse and sex trafficking lawsuit against Diddy. Now, of course, Diddy denied Ventura's claims and a settlement was reached the next day within less than 24 hours. But beyond the initial filing, which included photos of the Detroit area high schooler sitting on Combs' lap, the case has largely been at a standstill while the woman waited to see if her case could continue after Combs' team challenged the New York City specific statute that she was filing under. Now, Combs' attorneys argue that Doe's case should be tossed because the victim of gender-motivated violence protection law was preempted by the expiration of other statewide look-back laws, specifically the Child Victims Act that expired in August of 2021. Now, in her opinion, published on Thursday, U.S. District Judge Jessica G.L. Clark ruled that the case could continue under the VGMVPL, which is the victims law that they're talking about, statute, and directed Doe to comply with a previous order to unveil her name. And in a second slight win for Combs' team, Judge Clark also ruled that corporate defendants Daddy's House, the name of Combs' Manhattan recording studio, and Bad Boy could be dismissed from the case. And see, that brings us back to what I told you about Dawn Richard. Okay, so Dawn Richard, people have been reporting that she, dismissed her case against Diddy, but I told you all earlier on the previous broadcast that is not the case. She did not, in fact, dismiss Diddy, her case against Diddy. She basically, just dismissed the entities associated with him, okay, as it pertained to Ciroc, okay? That's what that was. Okay, she basically dismissed them from the case. But the case against Diddy still stands because his name was not mentioned as having been dismissed from the case. Okay, so please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, let's continue. And everyone, please feel free to hit that like button. Remember, it doesn't cost you a single thing to like and share the commentary. Okay, so now with that all being said, while Doe will have to come forward publicly if she wishes to continue her lawsuit, it's still largely a favorable outcome. It also bodes well for other survivors whose alleged assaults took place after 2000 and have sued under the same provision. Still, the decision could cause a ripple effect in how other judges will handle the other 20 anonymous cases against Combs. And there's likely going to be even more because remember, Tony Busby said he had 120. So last month, Judge Mary Kay Viscosil ordered accuser Candace McCrary to use her name after McCrary sued Combs for allegedly forcing himself on her after meeting him at a photo shoot in 2004. Other cases are still in limbo as different judges weigh their own decisions if the accuser can proceed anonymously. And let's not forget how Diddy's sitting there just complaining about all the stuff going on while he's in jail. And his lawyer, Alexandra Shapiro, made a very good argument yesterday, but hopefully that doesn't fly. Okay, she did her due diligence, found that 30-page document that I went over yesterday. If you missed that video, please go back and watch, where she was accusing the feds of corruption, saying that they're listening to Diddy's attorney-client privileged phone calls and things like that, and said that they really had no basis for coming in there and going through his things, and he didn't have contraband, so why did they take photos and all of that? Okay, so Diddy's just trying his darndest, honey, and they put in, they requested to have the case dismissed, the indictment dismissed, if they have this evidentiary hearing that they're also requesting. And they said, depending upon the information that is brought forward, the evidence brought forward, from the prosecutors, they want the case dismissed. Okay, if they have any valid reasons to prove all these claims that they're alleging that the prosecution has done. And they also want investigator number one to have to testify as to who hired him, who told him to do these things that he's been doing. Okay, so anyway, it's a toss-up on predicting which way the various judges presiding over these cases will go. Now, UCLA law professor Eugene Volokh tells Rolling Stone, says there is no real binding precedent that is set for this kind of situation. Now, different judges will keep reaching different results, as it appears to be the case in this particular state litigation. It might not help that some accusers, such as Ventura, Danity Kane singer Dawn Richard, and several others, have already filed similar lawsuits using their names, setting a precedent that might lead to anonymous plaintiffs needing to show why they are an exemption or an exception. Okay. Now, on the flip side, a judge could take into account the sensitivity of the claims and some accusers being minors at the time of the alleged assaults. Although Judge Clark and Judge Viscosil have ruled one way, several other judges seem to be sympathetic to the claim, of the pseudonymity. Now, this is what Volokh also pointed out, saying, I would guess that it'll probably end up being split. Now, representatives for Combs and Doe's attorney Douglas Wigdor and Meredith Firetog did not immediately respond to a request for comment. So Doe filed her graphic lawsuit in December of 2023, alleging that she was a high school junior when Pierre approached her at a Detroit area lounge, boasting of his friendship with Diddy and claiming the music executive would love to meet her. Now, think about the lies that Mesha was telling. Mesha was sitting up here acting like this was her in the lawsuit, but that this was that she was, she was saying the same things that this young woman said, or some of the things that this young woman alleged. She was alleging those same things, but then she was adding on a whole bunch of nefarious, that was clearly all made up and snatched from movies, but sitting there saying that she's the woman in the photo, we knew that all made no sense. Doesn't look a thing like her, so that same night, Doe claims that she flew on a private jet with Pierre and an unknown man to Teterboro, New Jersey, before arriving at Diddy's house recording studio in Manhattan. Now, upon arriving in the studio, the woman alleges that the men began giving her copious amounts of drugs and alcohol. Things allegedly took a turn when she began to slip in and out of consciousness. Now, Doe claims that the three men allegedly took turns raping her in the bathroom while she pleaded for them to stop. Eventually, she alleges that she blacked out, later waking up on the floor in the fetal position and experiencing pain in her vajayjay. Now, once she regained her bearings, she was taken back to an airport and flown to Detroit. Combs vehemently denied those allegations in a statement issued shortly after the lawsuit was filed, saying enough is enough. Y'all remember that? For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, okay? Destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Diddy, please sit down somewhere. Okay, let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. And then the truth comes out. When we saw that video of him assaulting Cassie so brutally, okay, without any empathy nor sympathy or concern for her safety and well-being in the lobby or in the hallway of that hotel. Now, the 55-year-old is currently being held without bail after his arrest in September on federal criminal charges of trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Pleading not guilty to the charges, he faces up to life in prison if convicted. Now, so, I feel like Diddy should get life. I feel like he absolutely should get life because, for one, I think that he had everything to do with Tupac and Biggie's demise. Okay, I absolutely think so. And so he should, at the very least, get a life sentence, in my opinion. Okay. So Overthought says, will this judge dismiss and require her to refile with her real name or expose her? And the lawsuit goes on. Well, if she wants to continue her lawsuit, she has to say who she is. That's basically what the judge is saying. And let's not forget how the same situation happened with McCrary like a month ago. Okay, so they want her to come out and say who she is. And how does that fare for Mesha? Okay, OG Patrice says, you're right, Queen. Dawn actually dropped her case against Diageo, I believe. Yeah, I don't think it was against Diddy. Absolutely. Okay, so the bottom line is Mesha sat up here and told all these lies. How's she going to run from that? Okay, and that's why she got so triggered when that woman went in on her that day when she was on I think it's a Walk with the Ancestors, when she was on that woman's channel. Yeah, she was looking real crazy. Okay, she was looking real crazy and just wanted to get off there. And then remember how she got so triggered when Jaguar was questioning her on Sean Atwood's channel. Well, that's because she's lying. And when you're a liar who lies, you always get on the defense when people start asking you too many questions. Okay, when people start asking you things that you don't want to answer. And speaking of liars who lie, I forgot to tell you guys this morning that Sean Atwood had the lying artist Chris Todd, had him on his show. It was either last night or this morning, but let me go pull that up real quick. Okay, everyone, please like and share. He had Chris Todd on there again. And he's still lying, of course. Okay, he's still sitting up there telling all these lies at the end of the day, because that's what he does. Here it is right here. Let me just pull this up. Now I'm going to put an overlay on here. Hold on. I'm going to put an overlay on here because I don't have permission to use this. Okay, and so everyone, please like and share. I'm going to share my screen. All these liars just coming out the woodwork to clout chase off of this Diddy case. Now, I told you all that. This is what devils do. They just want clout, and then out here charging people for interviews when they're just sitting up here telling all these lies. Honey, I wasn't giving Adria I wasn't giving her one red cent. Okay, she could sit down somewhere. That's what she could do. And then still trying to convince me that she was not lying after the fact, after I exposed her. Girl, sit down somewhere.
Would depend upon the definition of spying, because you're under surveillance all the time in prison. So let's see what he's getting on about. Card games, the chain of custody, let's say, of the Kim Porter book. So if you did, then presently the chain of custody that's been bandied about by the co-conspirators in the book, the co-conspirators being Chris Todd, Hollywood Wade, Matt Cox, Courtney Burgess, and we had Hollywood Wade on last night giving his version of events. So if you missed that one, it's in the P. Diddy playlist, link in description box. But what they're all saying right now is the events are as follows. The book, or whatever, flash drives, whatever it is, went from Kim Porter to Kimora Simmons. And then it went from Kimora Simmons to Courtney Burgess. And then Courtney Burgess contacted Hollywood Wade, who put him in touch with Matt Cox. And then the story broke loose through Matt Cox's channel. And then various other channels jumped on board.
Now, I want you all to pay attention. And how you know that they're lying? Okay, 9 times out of 10, they're lying on Kimora Lee. Because here's the thing. Courtney supposedly now all of a sudden got it from Kimora Lee. But didn't he, in fact, say previously that he got it straight from Kim Porter before she died? Didn't he also say that he got the flash drives from Shakur Stewart? I want you all to pay attention to how these people just keep telling these different lies and switching the lies back and forth. Okay, but also in this video, Chris Todd said that he wrote part of the book. So if he wrote part of the book, that means that it isn't Kim Porter's book. Okay, that means that it isn't authentic. Okay, you probably wrote the entire thing, Chris Todd. But remember how Tisa Tales was trying so desperately, telling all those lies, trying to make people think that it was authentic, lying at first, saying that the feds proved it was authentic, then coming out and saying Diddy's sons said that it was authentic. She's just a liar who lies. Okay, if Chris Todd wrote the book or wrote any of it, how is it authentic? Okay, please pay attention.
So that is what they are.
Don't make any comments about me. You want to talk about the Kim Porter? Then go ahead.
Hold on, let's go to the beginning of this because I want y'all to hear this fool.
I'm getting a bit skeptical about. And Chris Todd responded, and we're going to play his response and analyze it a little bit. And I'm going to get your thoughts before we go over to Tommy Scoville coming in. So let's hit it. Controversy has just continued to swirl around the whole case and the book, and it just keeps going in various directions. So Jason's asking, what is your status now on the validity of Kim Porter's lost words?
I do believe it's real still. Yes.
You believe it's real still?
Yes.
And Matt Cox came on last night and he had a lot to say about Courtney, and people are getting a bit skeptical about Courtney. What do you think about what people are saying about Courtney?
I won't address Matt Cox calling me names, so I'm not going to bash him about it. A lot of the stuff he said was a lie.
Now, I want you all to pay attention. He said he's not going to address Matt Cox and the things that he said about him. I'm not going to bash him, but then he comes out and says a lot of the stuff he lied about, and he's going to keep talking about it, but you're not going to address it. Please pay attention.
Your interview, which is okay. I like Matt. Matt put me on his platform. I don't have anything personal against Matt. Don't ever call me a fool, dude. Shut up. Don't ever say anything about me. Don't make any comments about me. You want to talk about the Kim Porter? Then go ahead. I'm glad you had me on your channel. Thank you. That's all I'll say about that. All the stuff about Courtney, him bashing Courtney, is unfounded. And these people are in for a rude awakening when they see that those tapes are real. So good luck.
Claudia is saying, how, in what format did Courtney give you the Porter data?
In what format did Courtney give you the Porter data? I'm not supposed to talk too much about everything right now because we have a legal issue. We have a lawsuit hanging over our head right now. Obviously, there's also an investigation that Courtney is involved in, right? Federal, okay? I've been warned also. So I have to be careful about what I say. But to answer it, what I can say is that, because it's kind of known, I received it as a docx and a PDF. I never received a flash drive.
Bridget's asking, was Kim involved in the parties or was she just helping the girls?
Kim herself was at these parties, absolutely. There's photos, there's proof. As to what Kim Porter really knew, I can't say. I'm not here to try to. I look at her as a whistleblower. A lot of whistleblowers are involved, right? If you have somebody in the mafia and they whistleblow on the mafia, do you think they were involved in the mafia? They were, right? That's how we catch them. People have to rat out. So I'm not accusing Kim of doing certain things, but obviously she knew something and in some way was culpable at times, and I can safely say that.
So they're asking if you think J-Lo will be arrested.
No, J-Lo will never be arrested for the club shooting, for bringing in the gun into the club. No, that case is closed. That's done. It's over with.
And what is the present situation with the book and Amazon?
Can't comment too much about it because we have people keep threatening lawsuits with us, but we expect to be paid by Amazon, yes.
And the possibility of Amazon restocking the book?
No, that book will never go up again. Kim's Lost Words is done. It is finished. I believe Courtney, I don't know if he still has it up today. I know there was a cease and desist. Courtney has a website with the book. I'm not part of that. That is Courtney's book, and that is Courtney's deal that he's going to have to deal with on his own.
Yeah, because we were told that Courtney didn't realize the cost of international postage, and that's why a lot of people haven't received their books.
Oh, really?
Now I want you all to pay attention. Courtney Burgess has collected money from these people allegedly who were trying to buy the book from him, and he didn't realize the cost of U.S. postage. So basically, these people paid money and didn't get the book. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention, honey. A whole con game, clearly.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of messages from people saying that they've not received the books around the world.
You can't sell a book like that. And I, when I first met Courtney, and Wade, because we could say Wade's name, because everyone talks about Wade too.
Wade's coming on in 2 hours.
Yeah, that's cool. No, Wade and Courtney are great. Okay, I'm honored to have worked with them. But I'm done. It's over. They can go. They can do whatever they want from there. I'm done with them. I'm done with this story. It brought a lot of misery to me and my family. I'm still dealing with it. I'm still getting threats of lawsuits. They're not. They didn't publish the book. I did. Okay, so what I'm saying is, in the beginning, with Wade and Courtney, when we talked about that, I told them it has to go on Amazon. You can't publish it yourself from your house. You can't mail it out. It's not going to happen. And that's what you're saying. Oh, if somebody buys it in Australia, you're paying $20 to ship it to them. Do you get it? So it's okay. Look, if Ariel Mitchell and Courtney want to go back to Amazon and do it, that's up to them. I'm not part of that. They can try it because they've mentioned that they were going to do it. Good luck. Then go call Jassy and Bezos and good luck. But we expect to be paid from Amazon. I love Amazon. I have 5 books on there, and I have a new book. I'm bringing out a new book.
Jane wants to know whether you and Courtney have fallen out.
Yeah, Courtney and I are done. And Wade too. We're all done. All of us are done.
Is Courtney going to be utilized as a witness because of these grand jury appearances, or have they?
Oh, absolutely. He's going to be. Yeah. Courtney. I like Courtney. I like Wade. I'm talking about them respectfully. Courtney will be called as a witness. Absolutely. It doesn't matter what Courtney says. It doesn't matter if he says, "I don't want to be a witness." No, dude. No, they don't ask you if you want to be a witness. If you are a material witness. Okay, material witnesses can be arrested. Okay, so that's a whole different thing. The defense team would call Courtney for sure if those tapes are fake. If there are no flash drives, and this is like a disinformation campaign, and he tricked me and Wade and reporters and News Nation and Ariel and all, yeah. I'm not saying illegally. It's not illegal to talk and tell a story. So It's nothing like he's not in any legal danger. And also the things like that Matt Cox said, he said a lot of things that are not true. So also, if somebody came to Matt Cox's door with a flash drive and dropped it on his steps and he played it and there was child essay on it, he cannot go to jail. Okay? It's called entrapment. So just because he's in possession of it, that's not true.
Now I want you all to pay attention to this idiot. He's supposed to be the best detective in the world. That's what he said. He literally called himself the best detective in the world. He's sitting there talking about that's entrapment. If somebody drops a flash drive at your door and has child essay on there, first of all, I'm sorry, what? Here's the thing. And then he said they're not going to jail. Well, they will go to jail if they're in possession of it and they didn't bother to turn it into the police. They absolutely can go to jail, fool. What is he even talking about? Okay, but let's continue. He needs to be in jail. Him and Courtney Burgess and who else was involved in this, whoever else, they all need to be in jail for fraud, because that's what it is if this book isn't authentic, and I absolutely don't think that it is. And let's not forget that even people that work for Amazon supposedly said the book was not authentic. And in this video, he says that he wrote part of the book. So if you wrote part of it, how are we to not know that you didn't write all of it? And even if you wrote a part of it, that makes it not authentic. Okay, please pay attention. This man is a whole con artist.
I deal with whistleblowers all the time. Okay? And I like Matt. Matt has an interesting story. He's an interesting guy, you know? So, like I said, I have no issue with him, but to come on there and start saying this and making statements about this is how this works, no.
Lux is asking, what about Kimora Simmons?
I believe they outed Kimora Simmons. You got Matt Cox and Courtney.
How can you publish the book?
I didn't out Kimora. So that's another thing that Matt said. That I never did. I never said her name.
Karen's asking, how can you publish the book when you never got the flash drive, but Courtney got sent the flash drive?
I was given the book, the docx and the PDF file from the flash drive, supposedly.
Jane is asking, did you take words out from Kim's book and why?
Yes, I did. And I wrote part of the book myself.
Trisha is saying, why haven't they called you in?
I cannot comment on that.
All right, I think that is all of the questions we have covered.
Okay, so you all heard that. He said he wrote part of the book. Okay, so I'm sorry. What? Sir, you probably wrote the whole darn book. Okay, you and Courtney Burgess's lying selves. Alice says they don't care about us, just a money and attention game. Yes, sitting there benefiting off the death of a black woman. This is just all nefarious as far as I'm concerned. But also in other news, let me just tell you all this tidbit of information before I roll up out of here. So now this is all alleged. I heard this from Donat. Okay, Donat says that Adria English is going to file charges against the real King Payne. I think that's his name, King Payne. Y'all know who that is, the YouTuber. Said that she's going to file charges against him for secretly recording her without her permission. Said that she's going to file charges, and also said that Donat said that she didn't know his real name, and so Donat says that he gave it to her. Because he doesn't like King Payne, official King Payne, whatever his name is, he doesn't like him because he basically hit his channel with numerous copyright strikes and they have a beef or something like that. But I find it all interesting. Adria is filing charges on someone. Somebody should be filing charges on her, is all I'm saying. Somebody should be filing charges on her for fraud. Going around making up fantastical stories. And by the way, that's another word I heard Tisa copying. Okay, but anyway, right, like literally hours after I said it. Please pay attention. But so anyway, yeah, she's going around telling these stories that are clearly made up and stripped from the headlines, okay, from YouTube videos, from movies and all of that. But she wants to sue somebody, and she's going around telling these lies and getting paid to do so, charging people. Isn't that fraud? When you're going around here pretending to be a victim and all these things happen to you and you had to run and this and that, and then you're charging people for that. That's fraud. I'm sorry. Make it all make sense. She needs to be arrested herself, talking about pressing charges on somebody. This is all crazy and clearly nefarious, okay? Nita's and Mike's World said, do not mess it too. Oh, yeah, I'm sure he is. I can tell that. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, I thought it was interesting that he brought up Adria trying to press charges on someone when she, as far as I'm concerned, is a whole criminal herself. Okay, so please pay attention. So Isa Melissa says they are destroying it for the real victims. It's a disgrace. And you're absolutely right, beloved. And that's what I said. I said they're muddying the waters. They're sitting here making it bad for the real victims who had real trauma, who went through 100%. They had things happen to them, degradation, humiliation, and all of these things, being raped, essay, and all this stuff. Yes. These people who are legit telling the truth, who have real grievances, and who really have been traumatized and all this stuff, they're absolutely making it bad for them. Okay, because Diddy's attorneys, they'll be able to use all of these lies. I want you to pay attention. When Diddy goes to trial, his attorneys, no doubt, will use all of these lies from the internet and try to make it as if, the other people could be lying just as easily as these people have lied. This is what's going to happen. Okay, so, that it's just a darn shame that they did this. And what's even more of a shame is that they had people fooled. They didn't have me fooled at all, ever. Okay. And then for Tisa Tales to say that she was the first one that exposed the fraud, let me tell you all something. You all remember, I told you back in May that Adria English was going to be filing a lawsuit. Okay. And then when she filed the lawsuit, I think it was in July, I told you all then that I didn't believe her story, that it sounded suspect, because she literally said in her lawsuit that she thought she was going to get paid for having relations with Jacob the jeweler. And I said, now, how are we to know that, maybe she was upset and disgruntled because she didn't get paid? But then she comes on my show when I exposed her and said that she got paid $500 and then even plus $1,000 bonus. Okay. And then she even admitted, okay, that she was likely high because she was sitting there smoking, remember? Okay. I blocked that part out. I edited that part out, but I told you guys she was smoking the whole time. And she basically admitted that she was a clout chaser and a groupie. She literally used the word groupie, said that's what she was, and that she did all of this stuff that Diddy was telling her to do because she thought he was going to put her on. And then he didn't. She said he put everybody else on, but he didn't put her on. Do y'all remember that? So just a whole liar. She should be brought up on charges, okay, for charging these other people money to come on their platforms for her to spew her lies. All right. And then collecting Cash App donations and all. This is a whole con game. Okay. For that, she needs to be in jail. All right. She needs to be in jail. So with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. Everyone, please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. On here, we talk about the truth and we tell the truth. We don't tell lies. We don't try to take the credit for things of which we shouldn't. Okay, that's what we don't do. And we don't just tell lies on other YouTubers to make ourselves look good. Okay, like in the case of Tough News TV, someone lying on him and talking trash about him and taking the credit and saying that he copied them. Yeah, we already know who that was. Okay, that sounds exactly like Tisa Tales, like I said. And everybody in the comments basically was saying that's who it was. And here's the thing. Didn't she do the exact same thing to me? That's why I further know that he was talking about her. Okay, please pay attention. At least I believe he was, because that's exactly what she did to me. She lied and said that I was copying her receipts. You all remember that? But she was the one the whole time copying mine, okay? She's just a liar who lies. And I'm going to continue to out her and expose her. I don't care who gets mad. I don't care who she's friends with. She's going to get called out every time I see her telling a lie, okay? That's what it is, all right? That's what it is, okay? Please pay attention because I have it in for her, okay? And then I'm not surprised either that she was allegedly talking greasy about Tough News TV, because she did the same thing to me. She's a liar and a hater. Okay, that's what she is. And then people want to say that, they want to, her little tattletales want to act like people are hating on her. No, they're not. People are telling the truth about her. Okay, and if she was so sure of herself, she wouldn't have to copy other people's material and sit up and tell all these lies for clicks and views. Now, with that all being said, I'm up out of here. Yes, that's right, Eric. Wig 2. That's exactly who she is. Okay, so everyone, please like and share. I love you all to life. Red Wine Entertainment says gratitude, queen, and exactly. Thank you, beloved. Okay, so you all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. And listen, I'm not going on the spiritual channel. I was going to go on there. It's already almost 12:30, you guys. Sorry, but we'll pick up tomorrow where we left off because I just got a text. Okay, I have something to do that's very important. Okay, so with that all being said, I will see you guys on the spiritual channel tomorrow, and we're going to finish up the book. Okay, and I'll also be posting something tomorrow, very likely for the people that don't have memberships. Okay, Anita said Tisa needs to sit down somewhere. Yeah, she does. She absolutely does, honey. Vintage Zen Artistry says, thanks for keeping it real. Love your content. Well, thank you, beloved. I appreciate you, and I love you right back. Okay? So that all being said, you guys enjoy your day, and I love you all to life. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive, and always remember to keep the Most High first in your lives. Enjoy your strong end and not the weekend, leaving you in a weakened state of mind. Peace.
Hey, yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got